Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. It is the Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. We are halfway through. It is almost that time for the Michigan Wolverines in the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Are we ready?
It's 93.7. It's the ticket. You don't miss it. It's 93.7. It's the ticket. You don't miss it. We are ready, Raff.
Let's ride.
Look at Rico back there with his arms.
No, that was Jake.
Was that Jake?
Rico's arms.
Yeah.
Rico's arms can't. Rico's arms can't.
I thought you had a lighter in your hand.
Rico's arms ain't able to swing that high over that sign.
Hey, I gotta read some of these texts, man, folks.
Get off your tippy toes, Rico.
Oh, man.
Hey, I always want to say to the listeners, we love you. I love you guys like crazy because your comments crack me up. The landscaper says PPB is radio gold.
Man, everybody's out on the text line calling me frugal and calling me cheap. What's
Nick may be
funny?
A sociopath, Eric A4 says.
I do not do this. People are asking, does Nick go to a steakhouse and wonder what the price per bite is for the 32-ounce porterhouse? No, this is literally only a concession stand thing because hot dogs are like $4.50 at a concession stand. It's ridiculous.
Nick, here's what I think is impressive, though. Seriously, dude. Is I know that we're gonna get overcharged like crazy in a concession. Yeah. I don't even think about the bite. I mean, I've never. I mean, the more that you said it last week, and I kind of forgot, and then bringing it up again this morning, I started thinking. I mean, like, I'm like, man, you know what?
No, the
Nick
hot
is
dog,
onto something here, man.
It takes you 30 seconds to eat a hot dog.
So it means you have to slow down.
Okay, so it takes you a minit and a half. If you chew 30 times, it takes you a minute.
What cracked me up this morning, Raff, he said all the fixins.
The fixins.
That's what I was saying.
It's got all the fixins.
You get all the fixins.
Sound like Stevie from Eastbound and Down. Does it got all the fixins?
I thought that was a common saying.
What do you put on your hot dog? Text line. I want to know right now. It's Wacky Wednesday, as we're going to call
relish. It's relish.
So what do you put? What's your favorite condiment to put on your hot dog? If you eat hot dogs, what's your favorite to put on your hot dog? I want to know. What's your favorite? And I'm going to read some of these. Hizzlebear, is PBB something you learn at? Oh, I can't. Oh, man. Come on, Hizzlebear.
Hizzlebear needs to chill.
Come on, Hizzlebear. Nick is in good shape, first of all. All right? He's in good shape. Randy says, frugal young man, all-American. Depressed Tim Miles. Was that Neo? I promise you it wasn't, bro. Chase B, starts mothers. What do we have to lose? Give a chance. I totally agree. So we got, mustard and relish. Oh, they're coming in like crazy. Ketchup, spicy mustard. Oh, spicy mustard. Headhunter. I've never had sweet peppers on a hot dog, bro.
Oh, those are good.
Have you had them on the Raff?
I've had them on a brat. I'm more of a brat guy than a hot dog guy. So.
Oh, dude, I could seriously eat a brat.
Yeah, brat
right now
all day long.
Which you guys is on your brats? So Nick, what do you put on your
relish?
Relish,
mustard, sweet peppers. That'd be good. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then you got to get the flavored ones like the cheese and the jalapenos inside. Oh yeah.
I could roll with that, man. Eric says, let's all agree that Nick is just kind of an odd dog.
I'm on board with that. I mean, I've never claimed to be normal.
And Trey says, my man takes a 3 hour. It takes 3 innings to eat nachos and acts like they're good at that point. Yeah, it's amazing we can convince ourselves into.
I thought they were delicious at the College World Series.
AD, don't forget the PPS price per sip. Hey, you know what? Thomas and Lincoln did through you right, man. Price per sip. Well, they sell beer now at PBA.
Oh yeah, the old PPS.
Yes. How much are the beers though? Anybody know?
$9.
$9.
$9. I think it's for 16 ounces, I believe.
$9
for 16 ounces of pure gold.
Ted says ketchup and mustard only. 4746 says sauerkraut and Dijon. Oh, Dijon. Oh, we went bougie on this. Dijon, yes. Craig 57 says onions and sauerkraut. Brian says you got to do ketchup and relish and chopped onions. They have them. Yes, the chopped onions. Aaron, I like that name, Aaron. Mustard and relish. Downtown Scott says chili and cheese. Instead of talking about price per bite, just talk about more food for less money. People think you're less crazy. Anonymous Cub fans, hot dogs suck. Next story. Bubba, mustard, anything else is communist. Oh, man.
Jeez.
Good gosh, Bubba, come on, man. Fellas, we got Michigan. We got Wacky Wednesday, man. I'm really, guys, I was thinking about, we're going to talk a little volleyball. We're going to talk football because I think with John Cooks and Raff, I know you were hustling and bustling yesterday. You didn't hear the clip, but
how are you feeling?
I feel decent.
That's
a little bit sore.
Athlete.
Exactly.
But yeah, I rise above. I was wondering if the old body would be able to handle it, and came through with flying colors, or halfway flying colors.
Raff, how much weight do you think you moved in total yesterday?
Oh man,
just throw a number out there.
Let's see here.
Tell us your day. Tell us your day. What you did yesterday?
I just hauled a lot of pallets of paper yesterday
for the lottery.
Yep. So it was aggressive.
It was aggressive.
My record had been 3 pallets, but we ended up doing 4 yesterday. So I was pretty proud of myself. So
the thing that cracked me up, I was, aching and moaning about being tired to give a talk at 3:00 in Omaha.
I offered to trade.
You said, AD, dude, I will switch with you in a heartbeat.
I'll make the trade. I will make the trade.
Raff, so the winner yesterday,
yep.
Where were they at?
California.
And what did they walk away with money-wise?
I think it ended up being, 2.05 billion was the final. But they'll end up getting was it 979 million or whatever, something like that.
Somebody in California yesterday just got $970 million.
Something like that. Yep. Congratulations.
Think about that. The day before, I mean, they
just doing your deal,
just doing the normal life.
They went into Jill's service station and made that purchase.
You have no clue how much your life is about to change.
Like insane. As we speak, they're sitting there going, I never have to worry about money ever again.
Yeah.
My kids will not, if they manage it right, that is.
Yeah.
Because we always have obviously there's the horror stories about winning the lottery as well. Fellas, listening to John Cook yesterday, the clips that you had going up, Nick, you and Rico, in fact, great show, guys. I sent them a picture. Not me in the shower.
Oh,
I wasn't in the shower, dude.
And Wacky Wednesday continues. So I was listening to the guys in the shower, sent them a picture. Hey, guys.
No, I just finished. I did the noon workout class. So I was hopping in the shower at home. And I said, Alexa, 93.7 a tick. And it comes on. So I shot the video to the fellas, not me showering. That would be like a bad Wednesday if they had to see that.
I agree.
But I said, I agree. But listen to the clips you guys had of John Cook, how the winning streak started. Also, how they got, how they converted the Bob Devaney Center to an intimate setting to where it made it conducive. And just hearing John Cook's interview was pretty cool. Also, we got sound bites from the interview from Mickey Joseph from the team yesterday as well. You know what? We're not going to call predictions right now. I know no one has faith that Nebraska will stay within 21, let alone win the game. But to me, I'm just optimistic. But I also know, Michigan's number 3 right now?
I don't know. I didn't even get to look at the new playoff rankings last night.
See.
I think they're 3. I believe
they are 3. I'm looking at right now.
Yep.
You got Georgia number 1, Ohio State. And we're going to go over these later. Yeah, Michigan.
Oh, 2 Big Ten teams.
2 big teams. Yeah,
Look
Ohio State. Ohio State.
Rico's not happy.
Rico, why are you not happy?
Alabama's still in the top 10.
What?
They're above. Alabama's number 9. Clemson's number 10.
But I'll say with this: LSU 7-2
Roll
in the top
Tide.
10.
Alabama is in the top 10 with 2 losses.
Roll Tide.
And you know what? LSU is number 7 with 2 losses.
But they beat Alabama.
But they still got 2
But-
losses.
And they've beaten
See-
2 Big Ten.
That is also weird, and I don't like that. But at least LSU
They beat
has
Bama.
won more recently.
That's
Alabama has lost 2 of their last 3,
Dude, here's
and they have only dropped from number
Rico.
You have
1
to-
or
you have
number
to-
2
Rico.
to number
Alabama
9.
could have 4 losses, and they would still find a way to put them in the top
It's
10.
horse hockey because people want to say, "Oh, the regular season this, the regular season that. Oh, things will
Yeah.
shake themselves out." And I was like, if things shake the way that the playoff committee is hoping, Alabama's going to end up in the top 4,
Well,
and I hate it here.
well, check it out though, Rico. Alabama plays Ole Miss this weekend. The Ole Miss they got this weekend.
Yes,
I believe so.
I believe so.
And so Bama's 10, Ole Miss is 11 in the top 25 right now. That's going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with LSU. They beat 2 top 10 teams in recent weeks.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, they curb stomped Ole Miss,
Yeah.
who
Mhm.
was 7th at the time,
Mhm.
and then they beat Alabama. So I think it's that "what have you done for me lately" kind of thing. And lately, Alabama has lost. Now, although it be two ranked teams, 2 top 10 teams, or
Right.
whatever it was, they lost, and
Well, because
here they are.
so I guess my problem is, think about it this way. So Georgia and Tennessee, they don't play again. They won't play in the SEC championship, right?
I
They're
don't-
both
I don't
on the
believe
same
so.
side?
I believe they're on the same side.
They're on the same side. Okay, so they'll probably stay the same. They'll probably stay in the top 5, both of them, unless one of them loses. But Ohio State, Michigan, one of them is going to drop after they beat each other. TCU, as long as they stay undefeated, will stay in the top 4. Oregon, USC still have to play, so one of them is going to drop. LSU, if they continue on their hot streak, is going to continue going. But Alabama, if they win their last 3, there is a path for Alabama to be 5th or 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and see, this is what pisses me off here. Okay, this is what pisses me off about the SEC, because who do they have November 19th? Austin Peay.
Oh, they still have their
they have Alabama still got them?
Yeah.
yeah, they still have a bye
they,
game.
They always play.
That's what I'm saying. They always play. They always play at Chattanooga. They always play in Austin.
I
Peay.
forgot
They always
about
play
that.
Akron.
Bro.
That's what they do. That's what the
That's
SEC does.
bullshit.
Because now, see, Alabama's going to be
realize that.
number 9.
Arkansas lost theirs.
Yeah,
Theirs was Liberty.
but here's the deal.
And Liberty's undefeated, 1 loss maybe, not in the top 25 in the college football playoff.
But here's the deal. So now Alabama's going to go out, curb stomp them, 56, 63 to 7,
They're
63
going
to
to hang
10.
a hundo on them.
But here's who all else is playing November 19th. Here's some of the other ranked matchups. Top 15, Utah goes to number 6, Oregon. USC, number 8, goes to number 9, UCLA. Number 4, TCU goes to Baylor. We have, let's see, who else do we have? I mean, LSU has, the same week, LSU has UAB. So it's like, it's so frustrating when we see this.
Let's just say that those 3 lose, TCU, USC, and what'd you say? Oregon. Tennessee would
Yeah.
move up to 4, LSU up to 5, Alabama probably 6.
And then when Ohio State loses to
Michigan.
Ohio State beats Michigan, Michigan's going to fall back and Alabama moves in.
And then you'll have 3 SEC teams in the top 4.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the committee is waiting for.
There's a lot of football to be played still to determine that, because you look at
Yeah.
Georgia's schedule. Georgia has still got Mississippi State. They still have Kentucky, and they still got Georgia Tech. Now, people can say, well, Georgia Tech, well, listen, that's interstate rival. None of those games are givens for Georgia.
Well, and then they have the SEC championship
SEC
game
championship
against
absolutely.
LSU or Alabama.
Yeah, because you look at, because LSU's remaining schedule. Let's look at them. LSU still has on the 12th. They got Arkansas this weekend. Then they play UAB. But then they got Texas A&M, which you don't know, but you just don't know.
LSU should win all 3 of those.
They should win all 3, but I
then
think
they'll end up in the SEC championship against Georgia.
But I don't think they should. I don't think they can sleep on Arkansas though.
No.
Arkansas just lost to Liberty.
Yeah, but Liberty, that's true.
Yeah.
But I'm just still saying that those are iffy games, because that
Yeah.
conference
Yeah.
is so, you just never know. Because they lost to Liberty, this it could be
Extra fire.
Exactly.
Shout out to my best friend Hugh Freeze.
Here's the deal. Liberty's 19th.
I thought Nick was your best friend.
Yeah.
No, Hugh Freeze DM'd me.
Really?
Well, there was a time.
okay, let's
hear the story.
Let's context.
There was a time when everybody was talking trash to Hugh Freeze, and he would respond to them on Twitter. And I was like, "Is this real? Like, is this really happening?" So I was just like, "I don't remember. I don't think I said anything too mean, but I said something mean about Hugh Freeze, and he DM'd me, and he said, "Stay blessed, brother." So
So
we had a little conversation.
Kind of famous.
So then we had a conversation. I asked him to come on the show, and he never responded.
He never
awesome.
responded.
But we went back and forth for like 6-7 messages.
Oh yeah.
So I've had a conversation with Hugh Freeze.
See, also, all right, so like this week you have, or excuse me, still in week or a couple weeks, I should say, when all those SEC teams are playing cakewalks, Michigan hosts number 21 Illinois. Like, it's frustrating because you, excuse me, because like these are games that could have playoff implications, and we got supposedly the best conference in all of college football playing Austin P and UAB.
Well, you have to because you're playing that 8-game vaunted SEC schedule.
Of course. Of course.
You don't even play 9 games in the SEC. You play 8.
Now I'm all for late season out of conference rivalry games. Like the Georgia,
but I don't
Georgia,
like them playing
Georgia,
Austin.
yeah, Georgia Tech doesn't bother me.
Right.
That's
Alabama,
fine.
Auburn.
Yeah. That's SEC in conference.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's fine. But
Alabama should play Texas. Well, now they're going to be in the SEC, but I would say late in the season. They played them earlier, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it was Alabama versus a team like Nebraska, to where I'm trying to think of a team that's not ranked in the top 25,
a not top 25 Pac-12 team.
yeah, like an Oregon State or
Oregon
a Washington State. Like to where they're actually going to have to keep their starters in the game
Right.
for
And
more
play
than,
play
more,
4 quarters.
for more than the first half.
Right.
Maybe.
Like there's a chance Bryce Young is out by the second quarter.
Oh yeah. Because it was always
because think about
it was always there in place for the Iron Bowl. Because
yeah.
they wanted all their players ready to go for the
It
Iron
is.
Bowl.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in previous years, Alabama has sat and not started their best players against their Week 12 matchup, whether
Right.
it's been Chattanooga.
Well, they'd play the
whether
first
it's been
quarter.
the Citadel. Well, if they're banged up, like
Oh, yeah.
like playing hurt, playing injured, we're talking about. And even if, like, for example, Devontae Smith was hurt and he could go if they were playing Auburn, they're like, nah, listen, we got the Citadel coming up this
The
week.
Citadel.
We don't
The
need to.
Citadel.
You're fine. You're fine. It's frustrating, but it is what it's.
What are you going to do? That's the SEC.
Give us back the BCS model.
The ESPN.
You know what?
I want the
I'll
Jeff
say this,
Sagarin
though.
power rankings back
One of our, well, I tell
Have you
you
seen
what.
the RJ Young power rankings?
Well, one of
a
our
few times.
I don't know what that dude is smoking, but it must be
RJ.
good.
I like RJ though.
Well, I tell you what, one of
That's good,
my good buddies, Anthony Messinio, sent me something, and it makes a lot of sense. And AM, you're exactly right. He sent me this on text. NCAA college strength of schedule and rankings. Alabama is 15.3 as far as strength of schedule. Tennessee is number 2 at 14.5. Anthony, I appreciate this, bro. Texas is 3rd with 12.1 strength of schedule. LSU is number 4. Georgia number 5. Ohio State number 6. K-State is number 7. I never seen this, AM. I appreciate it, brother. Penn State's number 8. Texas Tech number 9. Oklahoma number 10. Oklahoma State 11. Florida at 12.
So they're saying Florida has the 12th hardest schedule.
12th hardest
Yeah,
schedule.
okay.
And
The
Alabama,
playoff committee has all this information, and that is what goes in.
And
to
Alabama
those
has the highest.
fabulous rankings.
Do they?
That's a good stat. AM, I appreciate that, brother.
I think they just look at the helmets.
Oh, I'm saying there's a little bit of that goes on.
They look at the helmets and they go, "Oh, that one has numbers on it and it's crimson. Put them in the
You
top
know what,
10."
man.
guys, I'm gonna say this though, man. And there's been a lot of talk about, and granted, I obviously does Alabama get favored? Yes, they do.
Oh yeah,
But when you win,
you get that.
as part of it, I don't. Me personally, and I'm not saying Rico, you are, Nick. I'm not saying you are, Raff. I'm not saying you are. There's a lot of people that have a lot of disdain for Alabama. I don't understand why. To me, you win.
Oh.
That's why it's going to be odd for people to hear me say, I don't have a problem with Texas. There's a lot of people that don't like Texas. I have no problem with Texas. You know why? Texas has national championship rings. Alabama has championship rings. LSU has championship rings. Clemson has championship rings. When you win, there's benefits that come with it. So don't be a loser. You know, I mean, that's how I look at it.
Mhm.
So that's why I don't dislike Texas. I don't dislike Alabama. I don't dislike LSU. I don't dislike Clemson. Even Colorado. Now, they circled us, you know, on their calendar. We didn't circle anybody because we was going to whoop that tail. So we didn't have to circle anybody. We were the hunted. So we didn't have to have, well, we're going to circle you on our schedule. But no, we're just going to beat that tail. So the only teams that just rub me wrong, Raff, who are they? And don't say K-State.
Missouri.
And who else? Nick, who else?
Iowa.
I can't get with Iowa
And
Missouri
Kansas
fans.
State.
No. Kansas State. Now, Kansas State don't got any rings, but Kansas State don't be talking that trash like Iowa Missouri fans do. And I just, to me, if you don't have, I don't care when the national championship was. If you have one in your trophy case, you can talk. If you don't, I ain't got nothing to say.
Shout out to Minnesota.
Don't talk to me about how your program's a dynasty or anything like this. If you don't got any rings, don't come to me with that crap, man.
You ready for this?
Yes.
This is the first time since 2014, since the first rankings. Have you read this?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're going to say.
No,
this is the first time since the first rankings were released in 2013 that the committee has released a top 25 that did not have at least Clemson or Alabama in the top 4.
Wow, that's wild.
Since 2014?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first year of the playoffs.
Powerhouses.
You know how, okay, you read that again, please.
This is the first time that the committee has released a top 25 that did not have either Clemson or Alabama in the top 4.
No.
I think Alabama has been involved in every college football playoff.
No.
6 of 8. They missed 1.
No, they were
or
out.
7 of 8. 7 and 8. Because they played in the
Jerry Judy's senior year.
Yeah, they played against they played in just a normal
the
bowl
Gator
game.
Bowl, I
yeah,
think.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one where before Saban had said if you don't play in your college, if you don't play in your conference championship game, you don't deserve to be in the playoff. And then they weren't going to play in their conference championship game. And he was like, well, you got to look at the schedule now.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I know what I said 2 years ago.
But this is what I mean, though.
Throw that out the window.
Things change.
It was against
not so fast, my friend.
They played Michigan in the Citrus Bowl.
Yes.
They played Michigan in the Citrus Bowl, and they
Jerry
won
Jeudy
35-16.
Judy had like 200 yards receiving.
See,
Man, I thought he was going to be quite the receiver.
2019
Who's he play for
Citrus
now?
Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, if you get the ball to him, you can be.
No, but he got greasy hands, though, man.
That is true.
He got greasy hands.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have had that
fellas,
popcorn.
think about this. The very fact that that's news, which it is, states how relevant those teams are.
Oh, yeah.
Clemson is 8-1. They're 8-1. They lost. Now they got boat raced by Notre Dame last week, but it shows you how relevant those programs have been over a long period of time. Clemson is 8-1 right now. Obviously, they got boat raced last week against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Alabama has the hardest schedule in college
Shout out
football.
Marcus
Thanks
Freeman.
again, Messinio, for letting me know that too, man. I appreciate that. But yet we're still saying, wow, since 2014, they haven't been there. Man, in Nebraska, we'd love to be there, man. We'd love to be 8-1, 8-2.
I'd love to have had that one Michigan State appearance where they got boat raced by Alabama.
Yes.
Hey, at least you were there.
You were there.
Oh,
You've got to think Saban's on the hot seat now.
looking at these,
Which
looking at
is
these
nuts. Those
yeah.
folks are down there talking about get rid of Saban.
The
I'm
Alabama
like,
fans
y'all, but,
and the
I'm like, y'all
Clemson
are
fans
crazy.
are calling for their head coaches' heads.
Which is, Rico, think about what you just said,
Come
dog.
on, come
One
on
loss.
down, Dabo.
2 losses. Get him out. People are saying, all right, it's
Gotta
time to get Saban out. Time
Gotta
to
go.
time
You
to
know
ship
what,
him off
though?
into the sunset.
Here's what I'm going to say to people. And you know what? I'm going to go back a few weeks, too. About 5 weeks ago, Rico, Nick, Raffy, Wisconsin better be careful.
They're going with
Mhm.
Leonard.
I know they are. What I'm simply saying is, though, they better be careful. When you fire consistency over greed, be careful. That's all I'm saying. We are the blueprint. We're the blueprint.
Mhm.
When egos get in the way and you have personality conflicts, etc., we have not been the same. We haven't. And this goes back, when was Frank fired? 2000?
Yep, 2004. Yeah.
Almost 20 years ago.
Uh,
You better be careful. And I'm telling fans that are listening right now, careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Careful what you ask for.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of 2004 and Frank, congratulations to Mr. Tim Albin last night. Ohio got the win, 37-21.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Yes, he did.
They're now 5-1.
Yes, they did.
Or 5-1 in the MAC, 7-3 on the season.
Return of the Mac.
It's bowl eligibility right there for
Return
Mr.
of the Mac.
Tim
So
Albin.
it's interesting that we bring up when these coaching decisions come in with like Paul Chris, for example, because a move like that, in my eyes, they're setting up for the future. To where I understand he won 8-9 games or whatever in the Big Ten West, but when this thing does not have conference or divisions, and you're in pods, I think it's going to be a lot more it's going to be much more difficult to win games.
I get that, but I feel like you could have waited.
Yes.
You could have waited.
Hey,
but here's the
Rico,
deal.
I'm telling you.
Is Jim Leonard here?
Problem
He
coming
better-
out of the Wisconsin
He
camp.
better win.
Jim Leonard might not be the guy. Lance Leipold making a large push and is getting a lot of talk up in Madison.
He better freaking win, is what I'm saying.
We'll see. Oh no, well, yeah. I mean, 100%.
He better win.
Because if you're going to hire Jim Leonard, if you're Wisconsin, I would have done it by now.
Well, check this. Okay, exactly. Rico, here's my point. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say Leonard tanks. Let's say he tanks.
Mhm.
He's not only in trouble, the athletic director is as well. Because look what happened at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Look what happened at Georgia Tech. He was, you know what? And it's also, both of them are gone now. That's why this hire here, home, right down the street, is so important. I just think sometimes that
you usually only get one football
exactly, and especially in this day and age. I mean, it's a what have you done for me business lately? And you look at what happened to Chris, and I'm going to say I can't say all of us. I'm only going to speak for myself. I never saw that happening.
No,
I didn't. Rav, did you see that happen?
I was surprised.
Nick, did you see that happen with Chris?
I was surprised when it happened, but when it happened, I knew kind of the direction they were going.
Yeah.
But Rico is right that they waited this long to remove the interim tag.
Well, they haven't formally announced the job is open. So
I guess
their
it will be
first
open
problem.
for what, 6 days?
It-
6 days
it's
in
open,
December.
So
Yeah.
I read
6 days in December.
Yeah, I read.
Now
I read
think
an
about
article.
tell us, Nick.
So I read the article that they're not opening up the job till the end of the season, and I understand it. Maybe I don't understand it because there's you can still have conversations before the job is posted. But think about it, guys. This is now a sign of respect towards Jim Leonard. Think about what we were talking about just on Monday.
Right.
Is when do we think Nebraska announce their next head coach? Well, out of respect for Mickey and this team, it probably will be until they won't announce it until they are eliminated from bowl contention. Hey, it's me.
but if
Well,
you're
so-
going
so
to
like,
name
you-
the interim guy the head coach,
But you still have to post the job. You have to go through the entire
you
because
can
here's the
post it and still have respect and show
But no, but here's
some
the
sort
thing,
of
though, it's like you can't if they just pulled the interim tag without posting it, they have to. Then let's say it does go bad, they don't have anything to fall back on of the whole we did the full interview process. Where if they post it, maybe they interview a couple candidates and then they pull the interim tag. It's the whole well, listen, at least 3 years down the road, if Jim Leonard fails miserably and they have to make a change, it's well, listen, we went through a full process. You can go back, you can read the reports. We hired a third party when in all reality, they're making Jim Leonard the head coach.
Yeah, but it's also that thing where you look at the early signing day that has now become the regular signing day. And if you decide not to name Jim Leonard your full-time head coach right now, and those 6 days in December you wait and he's been doing all this recruiting and all of this, and then they do decide to go in a different direction, and maybe that head coach doesn't want to keep Jim Leonard on the staff. What's going to happen with all the work that he's put in?
What's going to happen here in Nebraska?
Well, that's exactly my point.
That's just, I feel like that's a risk. I don't know. I feel like that's a risk you take. Like I think.
No, and I get that, and
Wisconsin
you shouldn't be doing it based off of the recruits. But if Wisconsin knows Jim Leonard is the guy,
Do they know that though?
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think they.
I do.
Because
I don't know
Do you think they do?
if Jim Leonard is the guy.
I think they knew
He
coming
is.
in.
I think they would have hired him by now.
Let me ask you this.
I think they knew coming into the season that he was the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Why don't they remove the interim? And I know why, but I'm not saying I can't even take the back. I'm not saying I know why.
They're just going to wait till the end of the season, open up for 6 days.
Yeah, because
And then
if
he'll be hired.
If you fast forward 3 years and he fails miserably, and they don't open up the job, they don't post the job, make it public, interview other candidates, and they just only go with Jim Leonard, then the fan base, the athletic director will be under a ton of fire if it doesn't work out, because they're going to go, you took the easy route. You took the easy
even if
route
you
to put your interim or to make the assistant coach, the interim coach, then pull the interim tag. You didn't even give Lance Leipold or Dave Aranda or
But if you
anybody
open
a
it up
shot.
and it goes bad in 3 years, you're going to get the same thing.
But you have the backing of you hired a third-party search firm and you did a full process. You did
The
a
AD's
full
still gone. You get one football hire. If it goes wrong in 3 years, he's done.
It's going to be Jim Leonard. He is beloved at Wisconsin.
And you don't.
Yeah.
You will
Leonard
will
is-
cause
yeah.
more of a rift by letting him or not making him the head coach than if you
I agree.
I'm going to say
so
this real quick. Jay Stu, man, I appreciate. He says no one is saying get rid of Saban, brother. Yes, they are. I got family in Alabama and Mobile, and I got family in Birmingham. and they say they are just blown away by the number of people calling in radio stations just like ours. And they said it's not a little, it's a lot. Not now, Jay Sue, put it in perspective, not a lot he's ever going to get fired there unless you do something crazy. But there are actually people, Jay Sue, down in Alabama because they have relatives down there. They're like, "Cuz this is crazy down here."
And
we lost two freaking games.
Bama fans get a little overboard sometimes.
Yes, they do.
If Saban pulled a Bo Pelini and just said bleep the fans, I don't think he'd get fired anyways.
No. Eric A4 says, bleep your feelings, Rico.
Thank you.
Big Bird, LSU lost to Florida State. Yes, they did, Big Bird. Ted, before we go to break, you got Rico going again on Alabama. Stop.
I can't with that team.
Y'all, we're going to pay some bills.
It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
A good game with good friends. But isn't it time to up the score when it comes to the food? Wings & Rings is here for every football fan. Catch the game on one of their big screens or snag a tail great pack to go. They're cranking up the heat and throwing in mad flavor this season. Stop by your locally owned Wings & Rings on O Street, Meridian Park, or 48th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village, or grab some crave-worthy Wings & Rings to go. Make them your go-to destination to watch your team bring home the win. Wings & Rings. Game time just got better.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul and Gato Comedy Syndicate present Big Comedy Energy, November 11th and 12th, featuring headliner Corbin LeMaster.
If you don't know, cultural appropriation is like if you're not black, you can't have cornrows. If you're not Asian, you can't use chopsticks. If you're white, you can't score a touchdown.
4 shows, November 11th and 12th at 7 and 9:30, and Mary Ellen's at 27th and Pine Lake. Tickets are $15 in advance or $25 at the door. For more information, find the event on the Mary Ellen's page on Facebook.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips.
Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great?
Come on back and have a seat.
Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
I have all your details from last time. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton, you'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
Chances are you haven't started thinking about your holiday baking yet. Chances are your holidays will be much less stressful if someone else did that baking for you. And chances are you could have all of that baking done today with the help of Beatrice Bakery. Pick up Grandma's fruitcakes in sizes all the way up to 5 pounds, and you can sit back and relax this year. Order now at BeatriceBakery.com or buy them here in Lincoln at the From Nebraska gift shop at 8th and Q. Beatrice Bakery, welcome to our world of yum.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Another warm and windy day as we'll see south winds gusting 35 to 40. An afternoon high of 74. Very late tonight, a cold front moving through will bring a chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll see a low of 45. A high of 51 tomorrow, but temperatures falling during the day. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin',
All right, everybody, we are back again. It's the drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. AD, we have a guest.
Yes, we do. Now, Raff, you got to say, how are you going to say 93.7 The Ticket?
93.7 The Ticket.
There you go. That white, berry white.
Yeah. Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket.
We got Mark Onweiler in the house. He's the GM, the man, the myth, the legend. And he's also lost an 8th grader in weight.
Yeah, if anyone finds him, let me know.
Mark, good morning. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing good, man.
It's been, man, you used to be on the air every day.
That's true. That's true.
And now it's rare.
Now there's so much better talent around.
That's true.
that I
Yeah.
got pushed out. Which is fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
Nah.
I'm not bitter.
You mad about the blog jog? You missed the blog jog?
R.I.P. blog jog.
The blog jog.
Mark, tell us about the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping Black Friday. What's going on?
Yeah, the pretty cool deal coming up. This is their best price of the year to get in on the 10-week challenge over there at Farrell's. You got to sign up on Black Friday, but you can get in for $199, which is more than half off their regular price. I think regular price is like $450, something like that. So $199.
$449. Yep.
$449. Thank you. So get in for less than half price. Best deal you're going to get all year long from them. And if you are one of those people who thinks I'm not going to remember, you can go now and sign up to get an email reminder when it goes live. I think you also get maybe some early access to get in before the masses, because spots are limited for it. They're not going to let everybody get in for $199. Only limited spots. So I'd head over to fxblincoln.com and sign up for that.
Jeff, I'm texting. Actually, I'm actually texting Jeff Essick right now. Him and Nicole, his wife, have Fitness Fanatics on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock here on the station. They're part of the Ticket family as well. And I'm texting Jeff right now, and he goes, they can text me for more details and get exclusively early bird access to the sale. So you can text Jeff Essick as well, or go to the website, but you can text him as well at 402-310-4026. Again, that's Jeff Essick, co-owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, 402-310-4026. I am literally sitting in my chair crazy, and I keep getting up because Jeff kicked my tail yesterday in class. But you know what, Mark, tell us in a nutshell, where did you start out weight-wise?
Yeah, so I started in April. My orientation was the day of the spring game, and I weighed in at 317.8 pounds. 317.
How much do you weigh today?
This morning I weighed in at 231.
Folks,
Damn.
Think about that. I told you he lost an 8th grader. Mark, right now, Mark, there's a lot of people we're in week 6. And about this time is when people start saying, the daylight savings time, the time change, in this, in that, it's getting colder. What keeps you going?
The first and foremost, the results I've gotten. I've seen that it works for me, and I like the direction I'm headed, and I have some fear about what would happen if I didn't keep going. So that's number one. Number two, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I go to 5 a.m. over at the 40th and Yankee Hill location. It's a full class every single day. The people there are fun. The workouts are challenging.
Right.
And I know if I don't go, then I'm not working out.
Right.
There really isn't an alternative. Right. I do this or I do nothing. So I keep rolling out of bed at 4:15 each morning and heading down there.
They have class times at the Yankee Ridge location.
We got a move coming too.
Yes, we got a move coming. They're moving. What's the address of that new location?
I believe it is right by Honest Abe's on Vine.
It's in that shopping center there at 70th and Vine.
70th and Vine.
Meadow Lane shopping.
Yep, that's it.
Nice. That'll open in the spring?
December
it opens?
I believe
they're going to be
yesterday.
open for this winter 10-week challenge, and that one starts, I think, January 7th is when that winter one starts. So they will be open in time for that 10-week
So
challenge.
will they keep that one on Pio as well?
Nope.
No.
That one closes down.
That one will close.
Okay. Folks, the reason why we are so heavy on this, me and Raff, Nick has done it before as well, but I stay committed to Farrell's. Number one, the people. I love Jeff and Nicole and the culture they've created there. But for me, it's 45 minutes. Or if you go at noon at the Pio location, it's 12:15 to 12:45. You got to do what's conducive for your own schedule. And there's really, I'm going to say this, they have a class at the Yankee at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and 6 a.m. then again at 4:30 and 5:30. I don't want to say about Pyle location because I'm unsure of those times. In the mornings.
I'm not sure either.
But they have plenty of workout times. Now, people's going to say, well, I don't want to get up at 5, I want to get up at 4. That's fine. I mean, you don't have to. But at the same time, don't say it's a priority when you don't do that, because there's always a time. And that's why I give myself no excuses. Even when I'm on the road, I take my resistance bands, just stay with me in my travel bag to where I'm doing something. So, folks, if you're thinking, and we've got some texters that have done it as well, that are on the challenge, that are kicking tail. I'm proud of you. Folks, don't quit. Mark, parting words before we go to our next segment. What would you say is the key to your longevity, the key to your results?
Well, I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. I've only been doing it for 7 months, so I'm still feeling it out, like the new 10-weekers are too. But for me, it's just keep showing up, just day by day. Show up to class, focus on nutrition, and just that one day at a time mentality.
1 day at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a texter in here, and I'm just going to say Corey. I'm not going to say last or anything. I see your text. I'm going to text you back because, like I did with another individual, the station, I'm going to take care of it. If you want to do it, I'm going to take care of it for you, so don't worry about the fee. I want to get you in. Yeah. He wants to look good naked is what they're saying about you, Mark.
Well, look, let's be real. You're not wrong. We're getting there.
Oh, man.
All right, everyone. We're going to send it to break. This is The Ticket, 93.7 The Drive.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Your Class A state football playoff coverage rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me this Friday night from Gretna High School for a semifinal matchup between the 11th seed Creighton Prep Junior Jays and the number 2 seed and undefeated Gretna Dragons. The Junior Jays come in off of an upset win against number 3 seed Elkhorn South last Friday night, while the Gretna Dragons were able to hold off the 7th seed Bellevue West Thunderbirds last week. Junior Jays running back and North Dakota State commit Charmar Brown has been able to rack up over 1,500 yards on the ground while finding the end zone 15 times in 2022. Oklahoma State quarterback commit Zane Flores continues to lead the Dragons with 27 touchdown passes on the year compared to only 3 interceptions. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. on Friday night, and you can hear all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton, you'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day. We are thankful for those who served our great nation and gave their lives to defend this country, which should never be taken for granted. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul and Gato Comedy Syndicate present Big Comedy Energy November 11th and 12th, featuring headliner Corbin LeMaster.
If you don't know, cultural appropriation is like if you're not black, you can't have cornrows. If you're not Asian, you can't use chopsticks. If you're white, you can't score a touchdown.
4 shows November 11th and 12th at 7 and 9:30 at Mary Ellen's at 27th and Pine Lake. Tickets are $15 in advance or $25 at the door. For more information, find the event on the Mary Ellen's page on Facebook.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet, GMC, and things are rocking in Louisville. We've got transport showing up every day with loads of new inventory, lots of new trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Our pre-owned inventory is also filling up fast. Our GMC Terrain inventory is really filling up fast, so we're putting special pricing on those right now. This is the time to check out our GMC Terrains, as we've got all models with a great selection of colors at a discounted price. So please stop in or check them out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Jay Stoll with American Senior Benefits. Tune in to our show, The American Senior Benefits Family Hour, Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. We'll help you navigate the tricky world of insurance options for seniors and others in need, as well as talk about how you can get involved. We'll see you this Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Know you've been waiting. For it.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Sandhills.jobs, thank you very much for sponsoring us. Guys, I have got to ask right now, I've been waiting patiently for like the last hour. What did John Cook say?
Oh, that's right. Raff hasn't heard it.
That, man.
Okay.
I'm pumped for this. Folks, check this out. We got, and Nick had this. Nick, I appreciate you for doing this, brother, because this is golden stuff about how the volleyball program turned this around and basically how John Cook basically said, you know what? Bump that. We're going to change the narrative for this program.
It shows the vision that John Cook had from day one and how it's evolved to where it is now. We mentioned, we'll add to it here in a second, but Friday, just to give people context, Friday's match against Iowa will be the 300th consecutive regular season sellout. And that transcends the move from the Coliseum to the Devaney. Okay. So what's fascinating, the most interesting part of this clip is he talks about the conversations that he had with Coach Osborne, who was the athletic director at the time. And reporters were calling John Cook asking, are you guys moving to Devaney? And he was like, I answered saying, if it wasn't good enough for basketball, it's not going to be. So why would it be good enough for volleyball?
Go ahead.
No. So it was fascinating because then he walks through how Osborne called him, was like, get up to my office. And because he wasn't happy about it, that he was telling reporters that wasn't good enough for volleyball. And this was back in, I want to say 2004. Well, no, it would have been. So it's when 2001 was when the streak started. It would have been later on in the time that they moved to the Devaney.
Let me ask you this though, before we even go there though, I want you to think about this though. Do you think that if that converts over to football, the vision that he had, the wherewithal he had to keep it going, do you think that translates to football too? Think about it for a second. Raff, you can't answer because you haven't heard the clip. But when you tune into this and you see and hear what he's done and you see what Nebraska's product is right now, it's pretty freaking cool, man.
I think so. This is not an indictment on maybe the people that are in place in the football program right now, but I think sometimes the football program might take everything that they get for granted, which is what John Cook spoke about yesterday. We don't have that clip necessarily, but he did. He was like, it's tough not to take this for granted when you come to work for X amount of years, and it's these kind of resources and things like that. Where football, yes, they are the main money makers. Money's the driver. I get all that. They're having this new facility, and that's great. It's not like they don't deserve it. Okay, I'm not trying to take it away from them, but sometimes, it helps when you go from a 4,000 seat Coliseum to an 8,000 seat Devaney Center.
I agree with Claytonia John. Play the clip.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna make you wait a little.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly. All right, so
Claytonia John, patience.
Yeah,
patience.
So here's
he's like, screw you, AD, play the clip.
Yeah, so here's John Cook talking. It's a little bit longer, but just stick with us.
Well, here's the story. When they announced basketball was moving to PBA, and they were gonna, what was gonna happen with Devaney, Coach Osborne was going in to meet with the regents to discuss it and get the money for it. And I got called by reporters. I don't remember if Brent was still here or was here then. And they said, "You guys moving to Devaney?" And I said, "If it's not good enough for volleyball or basketball, why would it be good enough for volleyball?" And then I got the call from Coach Osborne about 10 minutes later, get up to my office. So he was pretty upset because I didn't know at the time he was going to the regents to do this later that day. And so he just said, what do we have to do to make this good for volleyball? And I said, we've got to take the Coliseum and we got to plant it in Devaney and make it the same type of feel. So we sat down and made a list of 7 things right there on his desk. And one of them was creating an intimate environment, because volleyball, you feel close to it. It's a great sport to watch and feel, and you get to see the players' emotions and all those things. It's hard in football because they have helmets on. Basketball, it's a little bit easier, but Pinnacle Bank's a huge arena. And so he agreed, and we got John Ingram and Maggie Thorne did a tremendous job of designing it and making it really cool. And then they said, Paul Myers was here at the time. He says, hey, we're going to put in skyboxes. I go, what are you going to do that for? He goes, there's no way those are going to sell out. He goes, no, we're going to sell them. And then we're going to put in 128 courtside seats. And then we're going to put in standing room only. I go, who the heck's going to go stand up there? And I think our standing room only is sold out this year. I think they're selling out now, like 300, and those skyboxes have been booked solid. I think the original people that bought them haven't turned them over, and our courtside seats are hardest seat in town to get. So they dreamed big. I didn't want to lose the sellout streak, but a lot of that credit goes to Coach Osborne, who he says, hey, we're going to do this right. We're going to make it good for volleyball. Because I was worried, what if we put volleyball in Devaney and, people don't like it, and then there's going to be complaining we're not in the Coliseum, and then we could lose interest. But the other thing that it did, by us moving, and we could have lost a generation of fans by staying in the Coliseum, because people weren't giving up their seats. And we have an older crowd. We didn't have a student section. There was no place if a high school team wanted to come in. They couldn't get in the Coliseum. There was no tickets. So we could have lost a whole generation. By opening Devaney, we got 4,000 more season tickets and a whole new generation of fans. And a lot of those are younger families and younger kids. And I see how many kids are down there in that hallway after the matches. So it was a great move. But Coach Osborne, John Ingram, Maggie Thorne, those are the guys that made it happen.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Raff, your thoughts?
It's awesome. I mean, just like you said, the vision of how everything took place and how he was looking at, like, you could be happy at the Coliseum. I mean, they were selling out every game and the atmosphere was great. But that he had the vision of the younger generation, knowing that the older generation wasn't going to, be getting rid of their tickets anytime soon.
And one thing that Rico and I talked about is look at how much the club scene has erupted in terms of skill and talent in Nebraska. I mean, it's one of the best states, hands down, for club and high school. Like the state championships were just a couple days ago, and you have Husker commits from Bennington. You have Purdue commits from Elkhorn North. You have Michigan commits on Omaha Skutt. Like you have all these Division I recruits right here, and it's not like those players weren't good enough. It's that Nebraska has cultivated, spread the seed, cultivated.
There you go, baby. Spread the seed.
Nebraska has figured out a way to where they get the number 1 recruit, number 3 recruit, number 7 recruit, number 13 recruit, and number 15 recruit in the 2023 class.
Yep.
And it's just ridiculous. They
Repeat
already have
that again.
So in 2023, they have the number 3, number 7, number 13, and number 15.
That is insane, bro.
Overall recruit. They already have the number 1 recruit in the 2024 class, and they're starting to recruit for. It's ridiculous.
And then it's also wild too. Devaney Sports Center, like when they sat down, with Paul Myers about the skyboxes and stuff like that. I remember the first time I walked back into Devaney after they did the remodel, and I thought to myself, "Holy cow! This arena looks better to me."
Yeah,
I would rather play there than at Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank, it's fine. It's a great arena.
It's not a good volleyball environment.
It's a professional venue.
Yeah,
that's what PBA is.
It's definitely not intimate,
but it's not that it doesn't have like that college feel to it.
Nope. Right.
Like my first thought that went through my head when I saw Devaney for the first time was just like, this would be a heck of a home basketball place. Like I know that Nebraska, the women's basketball team right now, they want to sell out Pinnacle this year, which I think that can happen with the team that they have.
I'm sure it will.
But back in the day, I was thinking to myself, you put the Nebraska women's basketball team in this arena, you create home field advantage, home court advantage right away. Even the men's basketball team, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm glad they got that big arena, but just the way this looks, I was like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. You look at PBA, and it's definitely a professional venue to where, I mean, they're able to host the concerts. You had exhibition and NBA games in there. And you're able to have multiple events in the Pinnacle Bank Arena. But I mean, here's the deal: is volleyball would sell it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
in a blink of an eye.
Yeah,
if people could go to a volleyball game at PBA,
which is eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, they've discussed it. It's going. They want to break the attendance record. The only way to do that is, to play PBA.
In December, I'm speaking for PAVO, is what it's called. It's the Professional Association of Volleyball Officials.
Nice.
And the person that reached out to me is based out of Arizona. She is the executive director of the association. These are all the officials from, D1, D2 officials. I was on the phone with her about 2 weeks ago, and she mentioned how she goes, do Nebraskans really understand the diamond they have in Nebraska volleyball? And she mentioned the venue. She goes, that venue is hands down the best in the country.
Oh, yeah. It's incredible.
She says, and this is the executive director.
I mean, it's built.
Down.
It is built for volleyball, just the way those boxes and everything is set up. And what's crazy about that is the south side where they build in the sky boxes and stuff like that. Have you ever wondered, what they did behind? They used to have all the seats and all the stuff. It's still exactly the same.
Really?
I didn't realize that.
All the banners and all the seats are still where they put in the skyboxes, but behind there where it went up on the south side. When you walk through there, because to get up on the ceiling of Devaney, you have to walk up the stairs up through there. But everything is still there. All the banners are still hanging. It's kind of haunting a little bit. It's little dusty, but it's all set.
Wow.
Untouched.
That's
crazy. Yeah, I remember going to Nebraska men's basketball versus Iowa State in like 2009 when Nebraska was playing the Devaney Center and sitting up on the wooden bleachers for $10.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. I mean, you sat up on the wooden bleachers and I mean, you always got to move down a couple because that was general admission or whatever. So, that was great. One last John Cook quote. This one's only about a minute long. And he was asked about how the sellout streak began. Here's John Cook on that.
I love this.
Well, there's a story behind that too. You want the story? Okay. All right. So we were getting ready to take an international trip in 2000, my first year here. I went and spoke to the Beef Club, and this guy, we do the question and answer thing afterward, and they said, hey, who's paying for your trip to China? I said, I don't know. I mean, Bill Burns doing something. I said, we have a match club that'll pay for part of it. And he said, well, if it wasn't for football, you guys wouldn't be able to go. And I walked out there and made a vow, someday we're going to shut that guy up. And so the first thing we decided in 2001, I challenged our fans, like, we need to start a sellout streak like football. So let's do it. And that's why I said our fans have delivered, great credit to them. And we, started selling more season tickets in the Coliseum. And then we've continued, and that was in 2001 we started that streak. So that's how it all started, and now we're selling out an 8,000 seat arena.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Just because one dude was like, "You're only going because of football."
He's like, "All right, challenge accepted."
Bleep you, bro.
Have you ever played basketball with Johnny before?
Yeah,
he's a competitor.
Oh yeah.
And John, he doesn't say a lot either. He has the same demeanor on the basketball court as he does the volleyball court. He just kind of but dude, he gets after it. I mean, he's out there for exercise, but he ain't out there. He's out there to win too. So if you're playing basketball with John Cook, no, dog, we hired to win. We ain't exercise, but let's win. I want to run the court. Yeah. And I can see his face when he walked out of the room like, you think that? Let's ride.
Yep.
I can't believe I just said let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
I meant to say let's roll.
Yeah. No, I think back to, that was probably early 2000s when, was it Wednesday nights at Devaney? We used to always play pickup games down there.
Wednesday nights, but they also, Wednesday nights at Devaney.
Yeah.
But also noon ball.
Yeah.
At the rec center.
Oh,
I think they still do noon ball at the rec center. I don't play basketball.
I would not know.
No, I'm not running up and down the court anymore, man. I miss basketball, not enough to get hurt, me going through airports in a wheelchair or one of them little carts. Yeah. No, but Johnny he is a freaking assassin, dude. When he gets out there, he's trying. It reminds me a lot his demeanor of Coach Osborne.
Yep.
Sometimes people
silent.
Yeah, they mistake that silence for weakness. No, he's like, that's why they call them silent assassins.
Yep.
They don't say a lot. I was never worried about the guy in sports who talked a lot, because you hit the mugs in the mouth one time, I'm gonna bust you in your mouth hard.
Yep.
They shut up. It was the quiet ones that bothered me, because those dudes would hit you over and over and just look at you like, you know what? I'm gonna do it again.
And then he also possesses that quality of he is so quiet. Like you watch him even when he's coaching, doesn't say all that much. He'll talk a little bit. He'll hold his clipboard up. He might whisper something, but when he does have to say something, that attention, that's like it's like TL, you know. If
you better believe it.
If he raised his voice a little bit,
you knew that you messed up.
You better.
T.O. said, "Dadgummit,
game on,
Judas Priest, run it again." We'd be like, "Oh man, coach is pissed."
Yep.
If coach said "Dadgummit," he was mad. Now some of the other coaches lose some different language, more colorful.
Charlie McBride, we are not talking about
yes,
you.
Coach McBride, I love you, man. Dude, I used to give Coach McBride rides in the cart because I used to be the ball boy. So I'd be about 11 years old, and I'd be on the golf cart at the stadium driving Charlie from the Mushroom Gardens downstairs in the old South Stadium, North Stadium, or from the Cook Pavilion. We thought that was the Taj Mahal. Charlie would say, "Davis, give me a ride." And he'd hop on the cart, and sometimes Milt, Coach Tenniper, God rest his soul, would hop on there. And Coach Dan Young, "Hey, D, do you even have a license to drive this thing?"
That's funny.
I'm like, "No, but Coach Osborne said I could." "Well, let's go then."
Listen to this. Chase B says, "Nick, my dad, my dad, and my brother would sit up there all the time in the Bob Devaney I remember when we played Texas and beat them. Everyone rushed the court. It was the best basketball memory I have."
That is awesome.
That was game in 2011, Chase. Nebraska beat number 3 Texas 70-67.
Yeah.
Texas at the time was 23-3 overall and undefeated in the Big 12 conference. Nebraska going into the game was 17-8 on the season.
Wow.
And listen to some of these basketball names who one of my favorite high school coaches, if you guys ever get a chance to watch a little high school basketball, go watch Kearney. They have a guy coaching, Drake Baranek.
Oh, yeah.
Who used to play for Nebraska.
Yep.
And he wasn't the sexiest player out there for Nebraska, but him as a coach, he's my favorite coach to watch coach in high school basketball because of his emotion that he shows on the court and the way he gets his guys to play. But listen to some of these names: Tony McRae, Lance Jeter, Jorge Brian Diaz, Brandon Richardson, Brandon Ubell, Andre Almeida. I mean, these are guys vintage Husker basketball names.
Those names in a long time.
And I'm like
Caleb Walker.
Yeah.
I think back to I go back. I mean, that used to always be the big thing, like getting a chance to go to Nebraska basketball when you're a little kid. You had Brian B.C. Carr dishing it inside to Dave Hoppin. You had Bill Jackman. You had all those classic names. And then you always got to bring up Henry T. Buchanan.
Henry T. Buchanan.
4-3.
And then how would Pavelka say Strickland? Eric Strickland.
Pavelka, boy. That guy, you got to listen. I'm telling you what.
Give him an NCAA tournament win.
First game of the year, and that guy is in midseason form. He is ready.
Thomas and Lincoln, before we take a break, he says, "Hey, I'm curious, how hard is to get volleyball tickets?" I think if you went to StubHub,
yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit.
You're gonna pay a little money though, Thomas, but it's definitely worth checking it out, man. In fact, for that engagement, they're gonna give me NCAA volleyball tickets.
Oh, there you go.
Like courtside, and I'm not. I mean, like I said, I'll probably not give them away or something like that anyway. But my phone on the show.
AD will be standing on the side of the road. All right, we got two. We got two.
2 sideline tickets. Who wants them? Chase B. Diaz does bring back some memories, man. And Bubba, you're exactly right. He says a lot when he slams that clipboard on the floor. Yes, he does. And Angela Beck, Bubba, 6'6", Angela Beck, the former women's basketball coach, did the same thing.
Then there was Paul Sanderford punting the ball.
Yeah.
He'd be in
his version of Bobby Knight.
I was at a women's basketball practice one day, and I'd heard about Paul Sanderford, how intense he was coaching the women's basketball team. He got mad. He took a ball. He punted it into the C-section. I was like, holy cow, this guy is intense. But that's my Paul Sanderford story.
Folks, we're going to punt it to break. It's The Ticket, 93.7 on the drive with AD, Raff, and Nick. Talk in a second.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you want to come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Yo,
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Your Class A state football playoff coverage rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Mick Sainer. Join me this Friday night from Gretna High School for a semifinal matchup between the 11 seed Creighton Prep Junior Jays and the number 2 seed and undefeated Gretna Dragons. The Junior Jays come in off of an upset win against number 3 seed Elkhorn South last Friday night, while the Gretna Dragons were able to hold off the 7 seed Bellevue West Thunderbirds last week. Junior Jays running back and North Dakota State commit Charmar Brown has been able to rack up over 1,500 yards on the ground while finding the end zone 15 times in 2022. Oklahoma State quarterback commit Zane Flores continues to lead the Dragons with 27 touchdown passes on the year compared to only 3 interceptions. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. on Friday night, and you can hear all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. It's The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket with AD and Raff. It's Wednesday. It's game week. The Big House. Ann Arbor, Michigan.
What's Michigan's fight song?
Hail to, is it Hail to the Victors?
No idea.
Hail to the victors. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, that's enough. I want to hear
dun.
Here's what I want to hear. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, here we go. Let's fire up, baby.
Man, when I tell you, we'd be in the locker room, and you knew, you could just feel it. I mean, and pun intended, can you feel it? You know, Michael Jackson.
Great song.
Oh, it's a great song, man. In fact, you know what? I think that's gonna be our Friday song, man.
Okay.
But let's make a note of that.
Oh, can we pick something else?
What do you want?
That song has wore me out through the years.
No, dude, can you feel it, man? those goosebumps.
Oh boy. Dance moves with AD. It's Wednesday. It's AD. He's singing again. Get it, AD. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Here we go. And it's only Wednesday.
I know.
Save some of this energy for Saturday, AD. Oh boy. Oh,
you know that song will come on, man.
You can bring it back.
All of you watching have just seen greatness.
You know, there's something about football traditions and the nostalgia it brings. And I was talking to my boys about this, man. Little AD and Keno, and they were, we were talking about the gear yesterday. They were like, "Pops," they were like, "You know, the last time I remember Nebraska being relevant, they were with me in our season tickets. We're at, North Stadium there,
yeah,
and they were little dudes. Is when who was our kicker that kicked that 58 Alex Henry that was against Colorado.
Yep.
And it was freaking cold. Yeah. I remember the little boys, my little guys were like, Keenan, AD doesn't say a whole lot. AD's pretty, as you know, Rav, he's pretty laid back. That's why he's going to be an attorney. He's in law school now. He doesn't say a whole lot. Keenan goes, "Yeah, it is cold out here." Yes. I couldn't give him none of the good stuff to warm him up, but once he goes down.
Time to become a man.
Time to become a man. Son, not only will you be warm, you'll be sleeping in tent.
Colorado, Nebraska,
man. That's when Sue spiked the ball after that, that fumble recovery. And I'll never forget us walking out of that stadium. But those are moments you hold near and dear because literally, both of those boys have been, Aiden, like I said, he's graduated from universities and law school now. Keenan graduates from UNL in December. Naya, she goes to sleep during the games. My daughter, I was like, "Naya, did you go to the game?" Dad, I took a nap. I'm like, "Baby girl," but that's how Naya rolls, man. But I want Nebraska, all those memories, etc. I know the fans, we want that too.
Yep.
And we want that too. So speaking of numbers and just nostalgia, this week's numbers, the 3 largest crowds for Nebraska football games have occurred in Nebraska's 3 trips to Michigan Stadium since joining the Big Ten in 2011. Nebraska's contests with the Wolverines and Ann Arbor have all been witnessed by more than 111,000 fans. Think about that, y'all.
That's great. And out of other news, my mom just texted me and said that she was dancing along with you.
Mama Raff! You got this, Mama Raff!
All righty then. Changing the world. One dance move at a time.
We're going to take a break, and I'll come back with some numbers for the Michigan-Nebraska game. This is The Drive with AD, Raff, and Nick. I'll take a break back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so I don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Internet. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul and Gato Comedy Syndicate present Big Comedy Energy November 11th and 12th, featuring headliner Corbin LeMaster.
Like, if you don't know, cultural appropriation is like, if you're not black, you can't have cornrows. If you're not Asian, you can't use chopsticks. If you're white, you can't score a touchdown.
4 shows November 11th and 12th at 7 and 9:30 at Mary Ellen's at 27th and Pine Lake. Tickets are $15 in advance or $25 at the door. For more information, find the event on the Mary Ellen's page on Facebook.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day. We are thankful for those who served our great nation and gave their lives to defend this country, which should never be taken for granted. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody.
Tony and John, it's his fault, Raff. We built this city.
Oh, no.
We built this.
Oh, wait. Where'd AD go? Where'd AD go?
Oh, Lord.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Got his
AD!
mic. It happened. It finally happened.
AD!
We lost AD.
Where'd he go?
It's only
here
his
he is.
fault, man.
All right, cool, we're back.
Right now, you're Tom Massey's favorite producer right now, Nick.
Hey, Tony and John, one of our other listeners, a good buddy of mine, Tom Massey goes, "Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?" Hey, and the meme he sent me, man, it's totally 80s too, dude.
I recognize those dance moves out of him.
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
a little AD right there. Keeping it within the shoulders right there. Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, I'm going to get some seriousness real quick here because I know we were singing, but we got one. I'm not going to mention the name because he may want me to, but I'm not going to. But one of our listeners was diagnosed with prostate cancer earlier this year. He goes, "You've been an inspiration to my journey. Thank you, and God bless you, brother. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention your name on there. God bless you too. Prostate cancer. I need to say this more often, guys. I want you to remind me to say this more often, especially. And I don't know what I know our listenership. I know our viewership. There's a lot of males, fellas. I'm telling you right now, if you are 35 or older, get your butt into your doctor, get things checked out. Fellas, ladies, listen, I was almost stage 3. Didn't feel anything. Just my presentation yesterday, Raff, I showed that picture when I was working out twice a day.
Yeah.
And that was when I got real big, like huge.
Yeah,
like
you were a monster.
I looked like a linebacker for no reason at all. But it was during COVID. So I was like, what else am I doing? I'm just going to work out. And I was stage 3 in that picture. Almost stage 3. And I didn't feel anything. Raff, we went and golfed.
Yeah.
And there was no change that I felt. But my doctor told me, and I'm telling you all, and I joke and sing, and me and Raff and Nick, we goof off, we have a good time, and all that stuff is cool. But I'm telling y'all, my doctor told me, he goes, AD, had you not come in now, if you waited till the fall, this conversation is different. The quarterback at K-State, Raff, was it Miller? I think his last name was Miller.
I forgot his name.
He passed away. He was only 49 years old. He passed away from prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm telling you, brother, and you know who I'm talking about here, man. I'm looking at your message right now. Get in early. And in fact, I want you to reach out to the station to get my number because I'm not sure how it is on the YouTube, but I want you to reach out and get my text. And you know who I'm talking about. I want you to get my cell and brother, let's talk, because you know what? Being diagnosed is one thing, accepting it is another. And guys, I laugh and joke a lot, but I don't think that there's not times I'm thinking, man, is this thing going to come back?
Oh.
You know, because it very well could, but you got to talk back to it. So folks, no matter what you're going through today, whether it's cancer, financial situation, a family situation, you got to talk back to your problems. If you let your head rule you with all the negativity and the muck and mire that goes on, you got to talk back to it. Because I'm telling you right now, I had some dark nights, man, some depressed, down days where I'm thinking, man, I'm 47. Is this thing going to take me out? And I said, hell no, it's not going to take me out. I'm going to fight it. And if it does, it ain't because I didn't fight.
Nope.
So whatever you're going through today, just keep fighting.
Nope.
That's the bottom line. And so hence why I talk a lot about Nebraska football. Just keep fighting, because you know what? A lot of times the odds are against you.
Nope.
So what, are you just going to lay down and quit? No, you fight.
Yep.
And if it beats you that day, listen, get back up.
Yep.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Every one of you listening right now, you're only listening because you've overcame situations you've been through. That's my talk for today.
Yep.
My man, call the station, get my cell, because I want to rap with you, I want to talk with you, because it is a scary time when you hear the C word. I'll never forget when my doctor on May 3rd of last year came in. He goes, AD, bro, it's cancer. And I literally felt my insides just, when I never literally had my heart hurt other than when my mom passed and my dad passed a year ago. It changes you, but you will make it, brother. You will make it. So speak life to that problem. All right. Speaking of life, some more week's numbers. Running back Anthony Grant is life. Nick, what you thinking?
I'm thinking let's take a break and come back, and we'll do.
He was like, AD, you gave a nice 5-minute motivational talk.
As we go to,
it was good, but Anthony Grant,
you got to hold on.
As we go to break, Terrell Farley said, "You will never have a body like a linebacker." AD.
Oh, Terrell! Maybe not like you, Terrell.
He also says, give a shout out to Steve Taylor for driving slow.
Steven Taylor, quit driving slow. But he drives those really slow cars, so I understand why he drives slow.
He's got a car like he has. He drives like a grandpa in a freaking sports car. Terrell, I'm telling you, Terrell, Coach Osborne, quick story. Coach Osborne saw me, I got real big. He goes, AD, if you would have looked like this back in the day, you would have played a little bit more. Let's go to break.
93.7 The Ticket.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Your Class A state football playoff coverage rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me this Friday night from Gretna High School for a semifinal matchup between the 11 seed Creighton Prep Junior Jays and the number 2 seed and undefeated Gretna Dragons. The Junior Jays come in off of an upset win against number 3 seed Elkhorn South last Friday night, while the Gretna Dragons were able to hold off the 7 seed Bellevue West Thunderbirds last week. Junior Jays running back and North Dakota State commit Charmar Brown has been able to rack up over 1,500 yards on the ground while finding the end
end zone 15 times in 2022. Oklahoma State quarterback commit Zane Flores continues to lead the Dragons with 27 touchdown passes on the year compared to only 3 interceptions. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. on Friday night, and you can hear all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderman. Trek CBD done right.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Do you want to join a team of industry leaders? A team where you can learn and grow? A team that treats you right? Well, don't hesitate to look at all the great career opportunities at Acres Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer network in Nebraska. We offer industry-leading wages, state-of-the-art benefits, and a great culture that focuses on both our customers and our employees. Find your next career opportunity at acres.com/careers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Another warm and windy day as we'll see south winds gusting 35 to 40, an afternoon high of 74. Very late tonight, a cold front moving through will bring a chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll see a low of 45, a high of 51 tomorrow, but temperatures falling during the day. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. It is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket with AD and Raff. Wrapping up another fun wacky Wednesday show. AD.
We got Josh from Dorchester. This brings perspective, man. He goes, I'm late as hell for work. Just got to make up that time. Seems little, but that's my battle day. Prayers for that caller. Josh, and prayers for you that you got to work safe, brother. We got another one I'm not going to read. Brother, I will hit you up. I will definitely hit you up, man. And prayers for you. I will definitely hit you up, brother.
And lean on your people. That's another thing that I say
you're
too.
Exactly right.
Lean on your people. Like who was it? Why am I forgetting his name? He passed away from ESPN, one of the all-time greats, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Stuart Scott.
Oh, Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, man.
Fight. But when you get too tired to fight, lean on those people that'll fight for you. But I think that's huge too.
You got to lean on your people. And that's why, man, I love the parallelisms between athletics and life, because there's so many things that you could learn. You know, we had the situation that happened with, and I say my Husker brother because he is my Husker brother, you know, our safety the last Saturday night with Farmer. Yeah. That kid right now is hurting. You know, gratefully he didn't hurt himself or help somebody else, but that kid is hurting. He's going to need that locker room. He's going to need them more than they're going to need him right now. And that's just reality. He's going to need to lean on those guys. They're going to have to love on that dude and say, look, you know what, dude, you screwed up. You made a mistake. We love you. See, you find, I mean, here's the thing, y'all. Listeners, when you're going through a patch, and I can't say the other word on air, you find out who your real friends are. Everybody's cool when things are going good.
Yep.
You find out who's down with you, who's really got your back when you're going through a tough part in your life. And there's so many parallelisms to athletics, though, to it, man. And like we said, Raff, lean on your people, man.
Yep.
Lean on your people. Speaking of leaning on people, Anthony Grant definitely leaned on his line for that first half of last week. Running back Anthony Grant picked up his 5th 100-yard rushing game of the season on Saturday against Minnesota. He's the first Huskers since 2018 to have 5 100-yard rushing games in the season. The last time a Nebraska player had more than 5 100-yard rushing games of the season was in 2014. Who was that running back, y'all?
2014?
Yep. Who was it? You guys know.
Amir
Abdullah. 8. Nebraska and Michigan are 2 of the only 8 schools to post 900 or more. Think about that. 900 or more all-time victories. Michigan is first nationally with 985 victories, while Nebraska checks in at 8th with 911 victories in school history. You guys.
Man, we'd be so close.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
The nostalgia.
No, I just get upset all over again.
All right, Jess, we got a minute.
All right, 1 minute left. Give us one more fun fact, AD.
You know, another fun fact I could see right here. I'm not saying if it's a fun fact, but hey, series meeting between Nebraska and Michigan will mark the 12th all-time between the schools, and the 6th since Nebraska joined the Big Ten in 2011. Michigan holds a 6-4-1 all-time lead in the series, including 3-2 since 2011.
Very well done,
Hopefully
AD.
we can change that up. To you listeners out there that texted me in with your issues, believe me, I'm going to text you back, some we have already. I can't stress it enough. Get your butts into your doctors ASAP, because you may say, I'm busy. Well, guess what else is busy? Cancer. Got to take care of your body, folks.
All
Take care
right,
of your body.
everyone. Have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow. This has been The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.